Welcome to our West End Annual Insights event. We're now 1 year into our 2020 West End retail strategy, and our aims are really clear. We're about driving customers here, encouraging them to stay longer, and attracting them back again. 8 million visitors attracted from our events in 2016, a lot of those on Regent Street, and £860,000 of direct spend into our retailers and our hotels from our by appointment tourism programme.
We think that the consumer will carry on spending. Spending will increase in this calendar year, but not by very much. It's going to be a year of slow growth in terms of real spending, so that's inflation-adjusted spending. What are they going to spend on? Well, we think one of the things they're going to spend on is household appliances. That'll be growing faster than spending on things like clothing and personal care.
We can see that in the UK we've got a very strong performance from New Bond Street and Oxford Street. We've had a very similar growth on Oxford Street and Regent Street, around 20-25%. The big winner in the West End has been Old Bond Street, and we think that clearly this is due to the very strong presence of jewellers and watch stores in that street, which have shown a lot of growth.
Now, the observant amongst you will also have noticed that these groups which over-index in London are generally much younger. And that has quite a big impact in terms of the way they behave. They shop more frequently than the average. They spend the same amount of time shopping, so they're shopping 13% more frequently, but they're spending the same amount of time in the centre. They are generally shopping in smaller groups, reflecting the fact that they're less likely to have families and living in smaller households. And they are less likely to engage with retail.
So the first half of 2016, as we've heard, there were international events in the back end of 2015 which caused a downturn in tourism sales. Second half of the year we saw massive uptick in sales which carried on through into December. On the tourism front as well, it's important to note that the journey time from Heathrow Central to Bond Street will be reduced to 25 minutes, which provides a fantastic opportunity to many of our retailers.
Business rates, we work very closely with the New West End Company, and these sort of organizations work together, what we can achieve. And I'm very glad that there is some result. It's far from what we expected, but it's some result where the New West End Company and City Hall working together will save West End businesses £10 million over next 3 years.
It was extremely valuable. I think it enabled us all to take stock on where we are, with a lot of uncertainties in the world, but it reminded us of how well London has been doing in the last year or so.
To actually hear the panellists talk around the whole insight, not just for the West End but for London, but also the wider piece on global and where obviously London sits positioning, found it absolutely invaluable.
Do you know what, it's been really great to actually really consider some of the key trends that we're seeing, you know, over the last year. And what's particularly useful, I think, is when we start to reflect about the key opportunities that we've got coming, you know, over this next year.
Well, I'll just say 3 words to the businesses, the tourists, to students, to people coming from all around the world to London, that London is open.